From restaurant employees to high-tech engineers, Taiwan's workers are feeling the financial pinch. For the first time in nearly a decade, the country's top statistics agency says wages have fallen after accounting for inflation. On paper, the average worker's salary rose in 2022 to about $17,000 a year. But rising prices have, in effect, pushed wages down to about 0.1% lower in value than in 2021. Officials say this has happened for several reasons.
今年有遇到就是有疫情的影响，还有一些外在的，比如说俄乌战争啊，还有一些全球的外在环境的影响所造成的。
But this year's slight drop is part of a wider trend.
Taiwan has been one of the worst performing countries in terms of improving wages in the last couple of decades.
After adjusting for inflation, real average salaries in Taiwan have barely changed in 20 years. Corporate headhunter Alan McIver says this has affected the country's ability to both attract and retain its workforce talent.
The general feeling is that the Taipei wages are okay, they're at an average level, but if you're comparing them to places like Shanghai or Singapore, Tokyo, Seoul, they're about half. Taiwanese loses a lot of its best workers because wages in Singapore and Shanghai, for example, are a lot higher. Well, there's a lot of brain drain here.
For UBI Taiwan's chair Tyler Prohaska, all that makes the news of this year's negative wage growth much less of a shock.
The fact that it's actually fallen into negative territory is not that surprising because it's effectively already been there for the last 2 decades.
The reasons for Taiwan's slow wage growth are complex and not entirely in the country's control. But experts say as long as they persist, Taiwan's top talent will look elsewhere to get a raise. Karma Xu and Staś Butler for TaiwanPlus.